Yo, what's going on, y'all? Great to see you, IG. Great to see you, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. It's your boy, Larry Long Jr., back for this week's Midweek, Midday Motivational Minute. Let me go ahead and get this banner rocking and rolling. Please come on in. Make yourself feel at home. Let me know, where are you tuning in from? Where are you dialing in from? Where in the world are you today? This is episode number 27. Woo, time flies. We're halfway through the year. This is episode number 219 overall. Want to give a big thanks. Thank you to my great friends, Ryan Vett, Julie, and team at SCN, the Speaking Consulting Network, sponsoring us last week. This week's Midweek Midday Motivational Minute is sponsored by my good friends at Liberty Health. Want to make sure that I say what's up to Alicia and her team over at Liberty Health. Thank you so much. Y'all are providing just amazing and great healthcare services in Wilmington with your healthcare, your retirement communities, as well as your programs to help people to live longer, healthier, and happy lives. So last week's topic, we talked about, what are you doing? Not what are you thinking about? Not what are you dreaming about? Not what are you writing about? But what are you actually doing that brings you joy? And how do you do more of it? I shared some of the things that brought me joy. But this week, I want to explore, what are you learning about yourself? What are those lessons that you're learned, as well as those lessons that you've earned? And before I get into it, I want to give a shout out. I've had some great just experiences over the last week. On July 4th, had the opportunity to spend 4 hours with a speaker colleague, Wally Adamczyk. Thank you so much for just dropping so much knowledge, Wally, for passing along your experiences, your knowledge to me. Thank you, as well as thank you for the golf. Thank you to brother Niraj Kapoor over there in Northern Ireland. I appreciate you taking the time. Duncan Jennings with the North Carolina Dental Society. We spent 4 hours having a good time on the links and sharing stories and experiences. Thank you for sowing and investing into me. Thank you to my brothers, Marcus Hawkins, Greg Collins, and Anthony Lyons. You can sense a theme here. We were out at a charity golf event, which was an amazing experience. Thank you for your support. Dick Peterson, it was great catching up with you on the phone yesterday. It's been a hot minute since we talked. I'm glad all is well. Mr. John Spence in Florida, thank you for sharing so much last week, for sending me those resources. And last but not least, I'm going to save the best for last. Thank you to Anton Gunn. We were supposed to talk for 30 minutes, 2.5 hours later, we're still wrapping. Just thank you so much, Anton. So what are you learning about yourself? I made a post on LinkedIn on Monday, and here goes a quote by Jim Rohn that I love. I kicked off the post with this quote: "Don't wish it were easier, wish that you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenge, wish for more wisdom." And that's what I'm seeking. I'm seeking, what can I learn about myself through my experiences? How can I get wiser? How can I improve my skills? How can I make sure that I elevate my game to be better? And I reckon back to my career playing baseball. I see you, Tom. I think across the pond, y'all call it rounders. Wishing you and the family an amazing vacation. Tom, it was great joining you on the training yesterday. I think you're going to Mallorca or Menorca, one of those exotic places. I wish I could join you, but wishing you an absolutely amazing trip, Mr. Tom Boston. But as I've been thinking about my learnings, and I shared some of my experiences, but here go my key learnings. Learning number one, stay in the moment, the present. Make sure that you be at where your feet are at each and every moment, because it goes so quick. And sometimes we don't take advantage of the experiences of this moment right here. I also encourage, and what I learned is, hey, Larry, step into hard things. Step into things that scare you with confidence. Now, I'm no Allen Iverson, but yes, you got to practice, Larry, and lean on your community. I had my largest speaking engagement, 750 sales professionals, back on January 11th, and I was nervous. I was scared. But essentially, I practiced, I rehearsed, I leaned on my community for their support, and they came through. And thankfully, the presentation went well. Speaking of practice, realize that you got to put in the work. It just doesn't come overnight. Success never comes overnight. Practice makes progress. And speaking of progress, I shot a 77 on the golf course back in Albuquerque earlier this year. That came from practice. I know my wife is like, you practice too much, but no such thing. Tiger Woods, y'all. More like Larry hit it in the woods, but boom. It's a bad dad joke. I can't help myself, but hey, we are getting it in. And now I am lucky and blessed because my wife joins me on the golf course. Another key learning, give back and make sure that you have focus on serving others versus chasing the dollar. At least that's for me. Chasing the dollars when my heart isn't in it, people can smell BS from a mile away. But when you have a sincere and authentic care and heart for service, for helping, for guiding others, oh my goodness, there's nothing wrong with money. It's definitely not evil. And for me, the focus on is on what can I do with those resources? What can I do with making money? How can I help others? That leads me to this learning. Find a cause that you're passionate about and that you can serve. For me, it's Wake Med Foundation, the hospital here in Wake County. It's ECHO, supporting entrepreneurs, young and old, necessity-driven entrepreneurs, and our youth entrepreneurs right here in Durham, as well as serving my professional speaker colleagues with NSA Carolinas. What are you doing to invest in our youth? I find great joy investing in our future leaders. And I want to say thank you to Thomas Phelps over at Elon, the Fighting Christians. I guess now they're the Phoenix. Thank you for bringing me in. Parker over at NC State. Wolfpack in the house. Nah, I can't do that with good conscience. But yeah, the Wolfpack in the house, but I'm a Terp for life. Lisa at Lakeland College in good old Illinois. Thank you for bringing me in to speak to the kids. Joanna over at AMI Kids Infinity Wake, absolute blast. And then Ed and Tiffany over at Durham Nativity, making sure that we invest in our youth. Another thing that I learned is family first requires intentionality. It requires that focus. It just doesn't happen by accident, but it requires you being thoughtful and mindful and deliberate to make sure that you put those things that are your main things as your main things, if you know what I mean. Hashtag family first. International travel. Big ups to Bogota, Colombia, as well as Dubai. We got Fly in Dubai. My encouragement is if you have the opportunity to get out of the country, get out of the country, explore, see different cultures, see different places, see different faces. There's so much to learn, and I'm super excited. Going to be heading over to Bali, Indonesia. Watch out now. Yeah, in September for the Global Speakers Summit. I don't know if they've got flamingos over there, but I certainly know that they got sunshine on a cloudy day. And then the last lesson that I learned is that there's so much to learn from your colleagues if you're open to asking. It takes a strong person to ask for help, to ask for advice, to ask for guidance. And that's one thing that I'm trying to shed that ego and ask for assistance. Now, those were the lessons learned. Now let's get into some of the lessons earned, because the question as we reflect back on the first half of this year is, what are you learning about yourself? Well, one lesson that I learned again and again, and I guess it just has to knock me out, is to always be filling the top of the funnel, the pipeline. Thank you, John Barrows, for sharing the key and really the cure to almost every sales ailment is a big fat pipeline. Well, if you don't fill the pipeline, how are you going to drive to close any business? So yes, another lesson learned and earned to keep the pipeline filled. Learning from mistakes and making sure that you don't make them again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, yeah, shame on me. You're not going to fool me twice, but making sure that we're learning from our mistakes. I think they said learning is earning. And who doesn't like to earn whatever it is? It could be money, it could be recognition, it could just be a fulfillment internally. The last lesson that I earned was make sure to vet. Make sure that you understand what you're getting into before making investments, to make sure it's a wise investment, to make sure you do your due diligence, I think they call it. It can certainly help you, and I'm speaking to myself, avoid any pitfalls that you look back at and say, uh-oh, I made a mistake. So those are my lessons learned, my lessons earned. My question for you is, what are you learning about yourself each and every day? I would encourage you to reflect back daily, reflect back weekly, reflect back monthly, so that you can then uplift, up level, and be in a better position. I hope that's helpful. Next week's question is number 3 in a 5-part series. We're going to be asking, what are you chasing and why? Are you chasing the money? Are you chasing the fame? Are you chasing the recognition? Are you chasing the internal meaningfulness and fulfillment of life? And why is it? So I wish you a wonderful Wednesday. Make it a wonderful week and weekend. It's your choice. And please reach out if I can ever assist. Bye for now, y'all. Shoot, hold up. I hope my microphone was on. I hope I wasn't just speaking for the last 14 minutes and you couldn't hear the mic. Can you hear me now? Wishing y'all an absolute wonderful week. That was easy. I'll holler at you on the flip side. Thank you so much, y'all. All the best. Continued success. Peace. What's going on, J-Rod? Great to see you on IG. All right, now LinkedIn. I'll see you, YouTube. I'll see you, Facebook. Thank you so much for tuning in. Great to see you, Rodney Smith. Thank you for tuning in. Bye for now. Peace.